Hey guys, Jack Griffin here, and welcome to another Beast review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Beast Quest Beast Review Series 30. I've forgotten the name of the series. The Shapeshifters. Originally, well, it's because I thought of the original title when it came out, The Bandits of Tangala, but then of course the official title, The Shapeshifters. So, following up from the really good series that was Series 29, you'd think that Series 30 would follow in its footsteps. But sadly, no. If there's one thing to, if there's one thing to know about these new Beast Quest series it's that you're never guaranteed 100% to get 3 really good series in a row. I think the closest we've had to it was, I want to say, well, Series 7, 8, and 9, even though 8 was just good, but yeah, and Series 25, 26, and 27. I think that's the closest we've had triple-wise to getting 3 really good series in one. That's the closest I'd say we've gotten. But yeah, we get Series 30. And yeah, this series is in my opinion, an okay series. There's not really much that stands out per se, and when people say they don't like the new Protectors, they mention either 2 things. 1, they're not Tom and Eleanor, and 2, either Series 28 and this one. But I like Series 28, so I'm just going to come over saying I think so far in the new Protectors era, this series I'd say is the weakest. You'll see why in a minute, so let's get into it. But just before we start, don't forget to go check out Adam Ferns and Lucas Green. They do really good Beast Quest content as well as other fun stuff that I think you guys will enjoy. Also, you might have seen, if you watched my short, it was my birthday. I'm now 16, and Adam and Lucas did birthday videos to me. I just want to say a massive thank you to them for doing that. And yeah, I'm also going to try, I might upload the Series 31 review today. I could. Will I though? Well, it actually depends because I've got some stuff I need to do later, so I'll try and upload it. It might upload tomorrow. I don't know. So if the video comes out tomorrow, and let's say, I don't know. Oh yeah, if it comes out tomorrow and I'm wearing this, that's how you know it was today. And if it comes out tomorrow and I'm wearing something else, you'll know it's different. So there's that. But anyway, let's get into the story. So the new Protectors, Tangala's new Protectors, have just captured 4 dangerous bandits, and they're locked up in the cells of the palace. But then we get a new villain, an evil sorceress called Zuba, who is part of an extinct league of sorcerers or sorceresses called the Metamorphia, and she's the last of her kind. And she basically comes and gives these 4 bandits this potion, and they all drink them, and it transforms them into beasts. And they all escape, and it's up to the new Protectors to go out there and recapture them and stop them from rampaging across Tangala. Also, during this series, Tom comes and helps them, but then during the second book, he is injured and is out of the series from there, but it's because the new Protectors need to do it also so they can save Tom. So it's not save Tom, because that's basically a rehash of Series 29, but Tom does get injured about halfway through this series. So it really is up to the new protectors to go and do it. And that's why Tom and Eleanor can teleport to the new protector they're helping and help them. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. You get a new villain, Zuba, and you'll come to find out she's the villain for the next few series. You'll know my opinions on her as the series progress, but let's get into the books and let's get into the beasts. So, first up, to start the series off, we have Hyrix the Rock Smasher. Design I gave a 7 out of 10. It's clearly meant to be a satyr beast, but I love the glitter in its eyes. I love the horns. I love the spiked wrists it has on its arms. And I love like the horns, the beard, and I just love how it's smashing through some rocks. I think that's a really cool design. Showed the beast's power. Design abilities I gave a 6. Pretty much what you'd expect. Can run quite fast, can charge, of course, really durable, immense strength, and can shoot out vines from his wrists, which can tangle his victims up and can trap them. So, bit creative. Okay, I'll give him that. The fight, however, I gave a 5. It was alright. There was nothing really going for it, except for the bandit Hyrule being turned into Hyrix, and it basically ended, I believe, with Hyrix getting his hooves trapped in cement, and it trapped him, and then I believe by subduing them, Hyrix then transformed back into Hyrule. And then that's that. I mean, Tom did help. The beast overpowered him, which I don't really get, considering Tom... I'm guessing Tom obviously was holding back, because we know he's a lot more powerful than this. He's fought beasts many times more difficult and won than Hyrix. But yeah, and this was also Rafe's story. I thought Rafe was fine in this book. Having him be first again, I thought was a strange decision, but... yeah, and you'll see a pattern because, well, not really spoilers, but yeah, he is also first in the next series. So it's like, okay, Rafe, they must really like Rafe going first. But yeah, Hyrix, he's an alright starting book. I think the story's fine. The beast himself, the only really unique ability is why was I doing the Spider-Man? Because it is like Spider-Man. The vine ability from his hands. And also the immense strength and just looking cool. I will be honest, it was decent. It was alright. The total for Hyrix is 18 out of 30. I mean, yeah, it's an alright starting book. There's not really much to say, though. It doesn't have a lot going for it. Next up, we have Makoro the Blinding Stinger. Design, I gave an 8 out of 10. I think for a scorpion beast, it looks really cool. I love the teeth in the pincers, the glowing red eyes, the spikes, the greenness. Once again, the rocks like exploding in the back. Katia there. Pretty much, it looks really cool. A really unique design for a humanoid scorpion beast. So that's good. And the abilities are also good. Really durable armor, of course. Sharp pincers. Can shoot poison out of his stinger that can blind his victims. And yeah, it's pretty much really durable and can take a hit. And which, I mean, the stinger and the armor, I think, work better than Hyrix. The fight, however, I gave a 7. Oh yeah. The fight I gave a 7. I personally think this is the second best fight of the series. We had Tom versus Makoro, which, yeah, ended up with Tom getting blinded. So that's why he's out, because of this beast. And then Katia comes, and it was predictable considering it was mentioned earlier. They use a geyser, which is basically, when hot water comes out of the ground. They use that to defeat Makoro and turn him back into Maki. Or Maki. I believe it was Maki. Yeah, Maki. But that's pretty much it. Apart from those things, and I mean, Makoro put up a good fight. But apart from that, I just think he's better than Hyrix. But I think story-wise, I did not remember anything from this book except for the fact that and I literally had to look through the page to realize there was another character in it, an old man who I still can't remember the name of. And yeah, I think that says it all. He has good categories in the Beast. Why? Story-wise, though, it's just meh. And yeah, to be honest, it was a meh Beast in general. Like I said, better than Hyrix. And I think it's a good Beast. I think it is a good Beast. But I do think it's just, whatever. The total for Makoro is 22 out of 30. Yeah, it's an improvement over Hyrix. But not a big one. And at this point in the series, I actually had to take a break for a few months after reading this because I was just bored. And then, when I was ill, I managed to get up and reread these last two books. And I'm so glad I did, because the series has just got saved. Next up, we have Leptika, the Nocturnal Nightmare. Design, I gave an 8. For a bat woman creature, once again, they all have glowing eyes. And I think the glowing eyes on Leptika especially looks cool. The purple, the muscles, the fur, the teeth, the wings. She just looks so threatening. And Nolan, I mean, I know the new protectors aren't. I know they don't really contribute to the design, but I don't care. I mean, it looks really cool. Abilities, I gave an 8. She can fly. Durable, sharp teeth, sharp claws. And the two best ones, which pump it up, she has a swarm of bats at her command. And the best one, she can hypnotize her victims when they look into her eyes. That was a really cool one. The fight, however, I gave a 6. I think it is personally the second weakest fight. It's not that I thought it was bad. I just didn't think there was much going for it. And I think that's what pulls Leptika down. This is Adam's favourite of Series 30. And I mean, I can see why. But I mean, the fight-wise, I felt like it's just Eleanor comes and helps Nolan. And then she gets mind-controlled. That's that. And then I feel like the fight was a bit rushed. And I feel like had it been longer and a bit better paced, I feel like it could have been better. I love the story, though. I love... what is the actual... I need to know the actual name of the bandit. What was the actual name of the bandit? Lenka. There we go. Like, I thought the whole stuff with Lenka and that, like, transforming into Leptika, I thought was cool. I mean, Maki was also... I think these three are good. We don't get to see it with Hyrule, except for the fact his horns start coming in, but then he breaks out the cell and then his transformation happens off page, not off screen, but yeah, off page. His transformation happens. But I think Leptika's was probably my favorite. I did really like Lenka thing, and Nolan also got his time to shine. Finally, I'm happy they finally did compared to Draka and Osiron. I'm glad he finally got his moment to shine, and it was really good. I just wish the fight could have been a bit longer, and I wish it could have been a bit better, but there we go. Total for Leptika is 22 out of 30. Yeah, it's an improvement. Now it is the same score, but I do think Leptika is better than Makoro. But then again, that's because of the abilities, the design, and I think this, yeah, I remember. Oh god, it might have been because I read it last year, but like more recently. But I just remember more of the story I do in Leptica than I did with Makoro, so that's why Leptica is higher. But anyway, let's get to the final beast and the savior of the series for me personally. And I'm happy it's a water beast. Selkara, Monster of the Depths. Design, I gave an 8. Now, sadly, I can't give it a higher score. But I love... Now, originally, when I looked at the designs, this one I thought was a bit strange compared to the others that were more smaller and more animal-like. This one looked more sea monster. But I don't care. I loved it. I love the forearms, the scales, of course, the glowing eyes, the fur, the big tail. Just how big and bulky this beast looks. It looks so cool. The abilities, I will admit, are a bit low. I gave them a 6, but I still like them. Really strong, durable, swimmer, sharp teeth, and yeah, has the ability to bring ships down. So her main ability is that she's really, really strong. One of the strongest, I'd say one of the strongest beasts in Beast Quest, I'd say. Selma. There we go, that's her name. It says on the back, thank you, blurb. Selma. Which I also liked her transformation. And ability, and oh no, fight I gave an 8. Now, I also have to tie into the story. There were villains in this book. Pirates, led by Captain Claw. And it was basically Myandra and Eleanor trying to not only help the pirates against Selkara, but also stop Selkara. They managed with the help of the pirates. Now, I love a good pirate adventure, and this really felt like a really good one, and I loved it. Selkara attacking the boats, and in the end, the pirates losing the goal, but them having to hoist Selkara onto land, making her transform. And then, yeah, all the bandits get locked up again. Zuba escapes. Zuba escapes, and yeah, it's just left. In the end, the new protectors feeling proud of themselves and knowing that Zuba will be back. But that is all for the next series. But yeah, overall, Selkara, I had so much fun with this book. I know I don't sound it, but I did have a good time reading this book. When I was finished, I'm like, okay, like we went from to now we got really good. I love this beast, and I love the book. The total for Selkara is 22 out of 30. And you may be like, Jack, that's 3 beasts, all in all with the same score. But clearly you've got 2 that are better than, one's better than 1, and then one's better than that one. Why didn't you give them a higher score? That's because I can only rate them how much I think it's worth. So I'm sorry if they get the same scores, that's just the score I give that category. So there's that, sadly. But yeah. Now time for the total. And the total for this series is 84 out of 120, which is better than series 27. And, no joke, is better than series 29. I do not understand how it managed to beat series 29 by 1 point, but it somehow did. And I think where those points came in were the designs. Definitely were the designs with, only Hyrule got a 7 and the rest of them got an 8 compared to, series 29, 2 got a 7, 1 got an 8 and 1 got a 9. So yeah. Do I think this is better than series 29? No, but that's the thing though. Even though it's got a high score, that does not mean I prefer the series. The series. This series, I will be honest, is the weakest of all the I can't speak. All the series is personally, I think out of the new Protector series, this one is the weakest. And I think that's because the story really isn't anything that special. I mean, Hyrix is all right. Makoro is good. Really, for me, it's Leptika and Selkara that, make the series and put them that high. To be honest, guys, I don't know. I do like Makoro, though. Why am I starting to like this series more than I originally did when I read it? Because I don't. I want to say I like this series, but it's just okay. It's decent. It's okay. I don't know what to do. I don't think it deserves the 84, definitely not. It's not as good as Series 29. And it's not as good as Series 28. Okay, right, let me compose myself. I think what got this series a high score was the designs. I will admit, the designs for these beasts were great. I loved the designs for them. The abilities, I will admit, each one did have one that stood out. And the fight. Hyrix had an alright fight. Makoro had a good fight. Leptika had an alright fight. And Selkara had a good fight. And I think that's where the score, where I don't like them. The fights weren't really anything special, bar 2. And the story itself is just alright. Zuba as a villain? I mean, I know this is her first series, but she doesn't really do much except give them the things, and then that's that. And sad, and I mean, coming off of the really great Series 29, I really wish we'd gotten something a bit more than that. Could this series go up in terms of me liking it more? Maybe. I never thought I'd say this about this series, but maybe. But I don't think it will. I think I am going to stick with the fact that it's a decent series, and it could have been better. And this is why this review is, out of the ones I've done so far, the shortest one. Because, and I think by the end of this series, I don't have much else to say, because there isn't much I can say about it apart from the fact it's all right. Because it doesn't give me stuff to talk about. But yeah, Series 29, I just realised was the last one of the 20s generation. Now we're in the 30s generation. I mean, it's something I've realised with these series is that the big O's of the series, I mean, for the most part, they're all right. Series 10 was a good 10th series. Series 20 was a good 20th. Series 30 is just a okay one. But anyway, and by the way, I'm not bored. Don't worry, guys. I'm not actually bored. I just don't have much to say. And I think that says a lot about this series when I finished reading it. So don't worry, I'm not bored. I just don't have a lot to say. But let's get into the ranking these beasts from worst to best, which one I like more. And you literally just saw the order, because I'll be honest, I'm just going to say they get better as they go along. Each beast gets better, so you can probably guess. Last place is Hyrix. Third place is Makoro. Second is Leptika. And of course, number 1, my favourite of the series, is Selkara. This is the only one I will talk about. I think it is a good finale, and I do like it. And I loved the story. This is the one where I remember the story the most because of how much fun I was having when reading it. And that's why this beast deserves praise. A lot of it. That is the quickest ranking I've ever done on this channel. And yeah, thankfully, when we get to Series 31, I can tell you guys it is a much better series. And there we go. I'm going to wrap this up here. That was the Series 30 Beast review. A review that left me with not much to say and some beasts that might get a higher ranking, might go up, but ultimately I can't really see it. They'd have to really do well for me. Except Selkara. Like Selkara I will easily defend till the end. But with that being said, that is all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Press that press that notification bell down below. And I'll see you guys next time for the Series 31 Beast review, which I can't wait for. So until next time, guys, peace out.